Hey y'all, it's Basshead Dipper here, dipping some Copenhagen Long Coat Wintergreen. I'm actually kind of surprised that I have 2 cans out of a roll left. Now if you hear this noise, that is the rabbit drinking, and the rabbit is pretty fucking loud, I'm not gonna lie. To me, rabbits are supposed to be the quietest animals I've ever heard, but when they get to a water bottle, it is fucking nuts. But anyways, I want to show you something that I found in the garage the other day, and it's a little Siren amplifier. It came with a little compression driver or compression horn, whatever you want to call it. And I actually lost a horn for it, so I was like, well, I'm not going to throw the box away because the box is still good, even though it has all this, which is glue, super glue. Now, I mind y'all, super glue will melt plastic, I'm not going to lie. So yeah. But anyways, as I was messing around with the little Siren amplifier, I was trying to figure out a way to power it. And I found this little Fisher-Price toy transformer. Now this isn't a charger, it's an actual power source. And it outputs of 11.2 volts DC, which isn't bad. So it works for it. And I know it works because if you look, whenever you just plug it up, the LED on here doesn't come on. But like, say if I have it connected to this little Siren amplifier and I turn it on, if it's wired up correctly, it will come on. So yeah, and I didn't really like the idea of twisting the wires together. So what I did was I had 4 alligator clips. So I put 2 on the speaker side and 2 on the power and negative side, or power and ground, and it works. And I'm really surprised. Now, I think this takes like a little 8 ohm speaker or something like that, but I didn't have any 8 ohm speakers on hand. So I had this little 5 watt little subwoofer type thing that came out of a gaming chair. And I actually have a couple more speakers. This is 4 ohms, which I could actually wire this one, and the other one, this one right here, wired in series, and that will give me 8 ohms. But the 6 ohms seems to be working fine for it. I mean, I'm not having any problems with it. And I don't mess with it very often. It's just something to do. And to be honest, I'm a siren fanatic. Air raid sirens, cop siren, police sirens, emergency, whatever you want to call it. I'm a siren fanatic. Air raid, emergency vehicle sirens, car alarms, you name it. I freaking love them. They're loud. To most people, they're obnoxious. And to me, they're actually fun to mess around with. So yeah. But I like the older World War II style sirens that are mechanical. Because to me, those are the best way to go. Yes, with any type of electronic, or any type of electronic sirens, whether it's mechanical or electronic itself, you will have a lot of issues, no matter what it is. For example, you will have malfunctions. I've seen it with the Thunderbolt. Really, what causes a siren malfunction is leaky gaskets, or if the controller board goes bad in the electronic sirens. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hook this up real quick. I can't get it too loud, even though it's actually not that loud with the little speakers. But it is pretty obnoxious. But see what I mean by the alligator clips are easy to connect. Let's see if I got it hooked up right this time. Yep, I actually did it right this time. So, gonna go ahead and take the speaker leads. Positive, positive. Negative to negative. Now, this may be loud to headphone users, so if you're using headphones while watching this video, I'd recommend turning the volume down, because it can get really obnoxious at times. And then I'll explain more about the functions it has after I get done doing this. So, that should hurt your ears. And is this little speaker working? So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna go through all 50 tunes. I think hunters would like this one. Turn that down. So yeah, it's got 50 tunes, 9 animal sounds, 10 sirens, and it's got a PA. And got your little onboard fuse. And these things are really fun to play with, believe it or not. Like I said, they're really fun to play with. Go ahead and unplug this, just for safety measures. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that. But, believe it or not, I actually did pretty good on crimping the alligator clips. All I did was use a pair of needle nose pliers, and it worked out really fine. It's a nice solid connection, and I also have the wire wrapped around the alligator clip itself so it'd stay in place and get a good contact with the alligator clip. And it works just fine, and I'm actually kind of surprised right now that I actually got it right this time. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if I did, it does have a PA on it. It did come with a little mic, but it was a cheap little condenser microphone or something like that. I don't know if you ever got those little karaoke sets where it has them cheap little plastic microphones. It was pretty poor quality made. It was poor quality made. It was poor quality. It was very poorly made. There was really no pride in it. But for $70, you can't expect nothing too fancy. I mean, this right here would be good for a fireman or policeman if they don't want to spend like a whole bunch of money on a little siren set. You can just go ahead and buy this. It does not have a horn, however, and that's the only downfall to it. It doesn't have a horn, but you can actually use the animal sounds. And for you rednecks, if you like duck hunting, you can use the duck hunting as a horn. And I tell you, the little compression driver that came with it, I think it was about this big, about that big, and that little thing, if you're not used to high-pitched sounds, especially with the sirens, it will hurt your ears. Now, with me being in the car audio, I deal with all ranges of frequency. I deal with 20 hertz notes all the way up to like 2000, which is my limit of hearing. Some higher notes I can actually hear, like 30,000 hertz is about my true limit, but I'm not bullshitting you guys. Everybody's different. A lot of people say, oh, the human hearing can only go up to 25K. That's actually a lie. And really, 100K is inaudible. By inaudible, I mean you can't hear it. Nobody can hear 100 hertz, 100,000 hertz. So yeah, this is just a quick video. This is Basshead Dipper signing out.